Let me ask you something that might shake you to your core. How much of your precious time today was truly yours? When you think about it, how many moments slipped through your fingers while you were busy watching other people live their lives? The harsh truth is this: every second that passes is gone forever. You can't buy it back, you can't earn more of it, and you can't steal it from someone else. Yet here you are, probably scrolling through social media, worrying about what others think, or getting lost in dramas that aren't even yours. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful leaders and a master of Stoic philosophy, said something that should haunt your thoughts. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Think about that for a moment. You control your mind, not your spouse, not your boss, not your social media feed, just you. Today, I'm going to share with you 6 revolutionary Stoic principles that will completely transform how you spend your time and energy. These aren't just ideas, they're life-changing tools that have guided kings, warriors, and the most successful people throughout history. Before we dive deep into these transformative principles, I want you to do something. Say out loud, right now, I master my time, I master my life. Go ahead. Feel that power? Good. Let's unlock it. Principle 1. Why comparison is stealing your life. Here's what most people won't tell you. Comparison is the silent thief of time, and it's robbing you blind every single day. You wake up, check Instagram, and suddenly there's someone with a better car, a better body, a better life. Suddenly, your own achievements feel worthless. But here's the truth that will set you free. Their highlight reel isn't your reality. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be E1 prime. Stop debating. Stop comparing. Start becoming. Think about this. Every time you look sideways at someone else's life, you're stealing time from your own growth. It's like trying to drive while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. You're going to crash. Here's what truly successful people know. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. That's it. That's the secret. Let me tell you about Oprah Winfrey. When she started her television career, she wasn't the powerhouse you know today. She faced rejection after rejection. People said she was too emotional, not pretty enough, not professional enough. But instead of comparing herself to other hosts, she focused on becoming uniquely Oprah. She didn't try to be Barbara Walters or Johnny Carson. She became herself, fully, authentically, powerfully. And that's how she revolutionized television. What if you stopped comparing and started creating? What if you stopped asking, why don't I have what they have, and started asking, what unique value can I bring to the world? The mind is like a garden. You can either plant seeds of comparison that grow into weeds of envy and self-doubt, or you can plant seeds of self-awareness that bloom into confidence and purpose. Self-awareness is your superpower. It's knowing exactly where you are so you can chart a course to where you want to be. Without it, you're just wandering in the wilderness of other people's expectations. Here's your wake-up call. Set clear, achievable goals. Not goals that impress others, but goals that challenge you. Start small. Build momentum. Stack those wins. Remember this: your journey is yours alone. No one else is walking your path, facing your challenges, or living your story. So why are you measuring your Chapter 1 against someone else's Chapter 20? Principle 2. Progress over perfection. The game changer. Here's what's killing your dreams. The toxic belief that you need to be perfect before you can start, before you can succeed, before you can share your gifts with the world. Newsflash. Perfection doesn't exist. It's a mirage that keeps you stuck, spinning your wheels, waiting for a moment that will never come. Marcus Aurelius faced this same trap. He was literally ruling an empire, dealing with plagues, wars, and political chaos. Was he perfect? Hell no. But he kept moving forward, one decision at a time. The real secret? Embrace the mess. Embrace the mistakes. Embrace the imperfection. That's where growth happens. Look at J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a cultural phenomenon, she was a single mother living in poverty, facing rejection after rejection from publishers. 12 publishers said no. 12! But she didn't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect manuscript, or the perfect circumstances. She kept writing, kept improving, kept progressing. Here's how to break free from the perfection trap. First, acknowledge that negativity exists, both outside and inside your head. Your critical inner voice? That's just old programming. You can rewrite it. When negative thoughts creep in, here's your power move. Don't fight them. Replace them. Instead of, I can't do this, try, I'm learning how to do this. See the difference? Same situation, completely different trajectory. Second, practice strategic forgiveness. Not forgiving others, forgiving yourself. That mistake you made? It's data, not destiny. Learn from it and move on. Third, build bulletproof habits. Surround yourself with positivity. If your environment is toxic, change it. If your thoughts are toxic, rewire them. Start each day with gratitude, even for the tough stuff, because those challenges are making you stronger. Here's the power move. Focus on consistency, not intensity. Small daily actions compound into massive results. It's not about the perfect workout. It's about showing up every day. It's not about writing the perfect sentence. It's about writing something every day. Think of it like this. Would you rather run 10 miles once a year or walk 1 mile every day for a year? The consistent walker will lap the one-time runner every single time. Progress isn't just about moving forward. It's about becoming anti-fragile. You don't just survive setbacks. You use them as fuel. Every rejection teaches you something. Every failure gives you data. Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. The most successful people aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who've mastered the art of getting back up faster each time. Principle 3. Kill the time thieves. Time is your most valuable currency, but most people spend it like they're billionaires and manage it like they're broke. Marcus Aurelius knew this. He wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." The biggest tragedy isn't dying, it's living your whole life on autopilot, letting time thieves rob you blind. What are time thieves? They're those sneaky little habits that seem harmless but drain hours, days, even years from your life. Mindless social media scrolling, toxic relationships, pointless meetings, drama that isn't yours, endless planning without action. Here's the brutal truth. Every minute you spend on something that doesn't align with your values is a minute stolen from your potential. Think about it this way. If time was money, would you leave your wallet open in a crowded street? Hell no. So why do you leave your calendar open to anyone who wants to grab a piece of your day? The Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were time management masters. They understood that controlling your time is controlling your life. Here's your time protection protocol. First, identify your time thieves. For 1 week, track where every hour goes. You'll be shocked. Most people spend more time deciding what to watch on Netflix than planning their future. Second, create sacred boundaries. Your time is not first come, first served. Your energy is not unlimited. Learn the power of no. It's a complete sentence that needs no explanation. Third, batch similar tasks. Check email at specific times, not every 5 minutes. Have a designated phone call day. Group your errands. This isn't just efficient. It's revolutionary for your focus and sanity. Fourth, eliminate energy vampires. You know who they are, the people who drain your energy, bring constant drama, or make every conversation about their problems. Love them from a distance. Here's something most people won't tell you. The people who respect your time boundaries are the ones worth keeping in your life. The ones who don't, they're showing you exactly who they are. When you master your time, you're not just being productive, you're making a statement about your self-worth. You're saying, my life matters, my goals matter, my peace matters. Principle 4. The power of ruthless self-focus. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let me be clear. Self-focus isn't selfish. It's the foundation of everything worthwhile you'll ever do. Think about it. How can you pour from an empty cup? How can you help others if you're drowning? How can you change the world if you can't change yourself? Marcus Aurelius understood this perfectly. He said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Your inner world creates your outer world. Period." Here's what ruthless self-focus actually means. It means setting clear boundaries without guilt. It means saying no to good opportunities so you can say yes to great ones. It means investing in your growth before anyone else's entertainment. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're at the gym, and instead of working on your own fitness, you spend the entire time watching others, critiquing their form, gossiping about their progress. What happens to your body? Nothing. You stay exactly where you started. Life works the same way. While you're busy managing other people's lives, checking their social media, worrying about their opinions, your own potential withers. Here's your self-focus strategy. First, eliminate the unnecessary. Marie Kondo. Your life, but instead of asking, does this spark joy? Ask, does this align with my vision? If it doesn't, it goes. Second, develop laser-like concentration. Your brain is like a muscle. It gets stronger with focused use. When you work, work. When you rest, rest. The constant task switching is killing your productivity and your peace. Third, become obsessively curious about yourself. Read books that challenge you. Take courses that expand your mind. Travel to places that stretch your perspective. You are your most important project. Fourth, protect your energy like it's gold. Because it is. Every commitment you make is energy you're investing. Make sure the return is worth it. Here's what happens when you master self-focus. You stop seeking validation from others because you're too busy validating yourself. You stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 because you're too immersed in writing your own story. The most magnetic people in the world aren't chasing attention. They're so focused on their own path that others are naturally drawn to their energy. This isn't about becoming isolated or cold. It's about becoming so clear on your purpose that your very presence inspires others to do the same. Principle 5. Resilience through the process. Here's a secret that will change everything. Resilience isn't about being tough. It's about falling in love with the process instead of obsessing over the outcome. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they quit before the magic happens. They want results before they've embraced the work. They want the destination without enjoying the journey. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, betrayals, and the pressures of ruling an empire. His secret: he focused on what he could control, his response, his effort, his character. Everything else was background noise. Here's the mindset shift that creates unstoppable resilience. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every failure is feedback. Every setback is set up for a comeback. Think about learning to walk. You fell hundreds of times before you took your first steps. Did you think, this walking thing isn't for me? Number. You kept getting up because the process was more important than the temporary failures. The same principle applies to everything worthwhile in life. Learning a skill, building a business, creating art, getting fit, it's all about showing up consistently, especially when you don't feel like it. Here's your resilience toolkit. First, reframe failure as tuition. Every mistake is a lesson you're paying for. The question isn't, why is this happening to me? But what is this teaching me? Second, Celebrate small wins. Progress is progress, no matter how small. Did you write one paragraph? Celebrate. Did you do one push-up? Celebrate. Did you save $1? Celebrate. These micro-victories build the momentum for major breakthroughs. Third, find meaning in the struggle. The obstacles aren't in your way, they're making the way. Every challenge you overcome is building strength you didn't know you had. Fourth, develop process-oriented goals. Instead of, I want to lose 30 pounds, try, I commit to moving my body for 30 minutes every day. Instead of, I want to write a bestseller, try, I commit to writing 500 words every morning. When you fall in love with the process, outcomes become inevitable. You stop needing motivation because discipline becomes your default mode. You stop fearing failure because you've made friends with discomfort. The most resilient people aren't the ones with the easiest lives. They're the ones who've mastered the art of turning poison into medicine, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into comebacks. Remember, you're not just building a business, body, or skill, you're building character. And character, forged through consistent process, is what creates lasting success. Principle 6. The legacy mindset. Here's the final principle that ties everything together. Life is not about the time you have, but about the impact you make with that time. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, knew he was mortal. He wrote his meditations not for others to read, but as personal reminders of how to live with integrity when no one is watching. Here's what he understood. True legacy isn't about monuments or fame. It's about the person you become and the ripple effect you create through your actions. Every day, you're writing your legacy, not through grand gestures, but through small choices. How you treat people, how you handle difficulties, how you respond to success and failure, how you show up when it's hard. Think about the people who've influenced your life the most. Were they famous? Probably not. They were probably parents, teachers, mentors, friends who showed you what's possible through their example. Here's your legacy blueprint. First, live your values, not your moods. When you feel like being petty, choose grace. When you want to complain, choose gratitude. When you're tempted to quit, choose persistence. Your character is built in these micro moments of choice. Second, serve something bigger than yourself. Whether it's family, community, or a cause you believe in, getting outside yourself paradoxically leads to your deepest fulfillment. Third, embrace impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, not success, not failure, not life itself. This isn't depressing, it's liberating. It means every moment matters, every choice counts, every day is precious. Fourth, focus on contribution over consumption. Instead of asking, what can I get? Ask, what can I give? This single shift in perspective can transform your entire life experience. Here's the beautiful irony. When you stop trying to leave a legacy and start living with integrity, a legacy naturally emerges. When you stop chasing significance and start creating value, significance finds you. The goal isn't to be remembered forever. The goal is to live so fully, so authentically, so purposefully that when your time comes, you can honestly say, I used my time well. I became who I was meant to be. I gave what only I could give. Marcus Aurelius lived nearly 2,000 years ago, yet his words still guide millions. Not because he tried to create a legacy, but because he committed to living with wisdom even when no one was watching. Your legacy is being written right now, in this moment, with this choice. Make it count. The final challenge. Here's what it all comes down to. You have this one precious life. You can spend it reacting to others, comparing yourself, chasing perfection, or you can master these 6 principles and create something extraordinary. The choice is yours. But remember, not deciding is still a decision. Not choosing is still a choice. And time keeps moving whether you're steering your ship or letting the currents take you wherever they want. I challenge you. Take these principles and put them to work for the next 30 days. Track your time. Set boundaries. Focus on progress. Eliminate distractions. Embrace the process. Live your legacy. Your future self is watching. What will you decide? The clock is ticking. Your time is now. Your life is waiting. Master your time. Master your life. Everything starts today.